All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we begin the episode with a very interesting news. Of course, we're going to talk about the ownership of Chelsea. We're also going to talk about a lot of stuff, so stay tuned for that. And of course, let's just jump into the news that we've got. Of course, Christopher Nkunku update is here to stay. So let us talk about the news that we've got. Number one is about Max Verstappen. So he says that Lewis Hamilton getting involved in a Chelsea takeover. He says, I thought he was an Arsenal fan. No, if you are an Arsenal fan going for Chelsea, that is quite interesting. I am a PSV fan and I would never buy Ajax. Weird. True. True. He's right. He's right. A lot of Arsenal fans have raised the issue of Lewis Hamilton buying Chelsea. Apparently that may not happen, but let's talk about an update about Darwin Nunez. Now I've got comments regarding Darwin Nunez, so let's talk about Darwin Nunez. So Fabrizio Romano has an update on Darwin Nunez, but it's an old update. Exactly what happened in the January? Why did Arsenal not get Darwin Nunez? So Fabrizio says the first club to approach Benfica in January was Arsenal, but Benfica told them that they had no interest in selling the player during the season in the January market. So it was impossible for Arsenal even to do a proposal. So impossible. That's why it did not happen in the January transfer window, and that's the big reason why it's difficult to sign players in between the season. So moving on, Martin Odegaard, of course, El Neni tagged Martin Odegaard with this image, to which Odegaard, posted this on his Instagram stories. Yes, bro, what a game. So yes, it was a fantastic game. El Neni and Odegaard that love together. But let's talk about Martin Odegaard being the captain. Now, this is the point that nobody's raising. Well, fortunately, Martin Odegaard was asked what does he feel about captaining Arsenal. He says, it was a big moment and I was happy to step in with Laka out. Being the captain for the national team is something special, and I think that gave me a lot of confidence and experience to step in and do it here as well. I was just happy to step in. All right. Moving on, so Arsenal are currently front runners to sign Yuri Tielemans, a player both Edu and Arteta admire. Arsenal have met with Tielemans' agents on multiple occasions to discuss a possible move, and no, he won't sign a new deal, so he could be available for £25 million. Now, Ben Jacobs has confirmed this as well. He also has an update about Arsenal's forward issue. He says both Mikel Arteta and Edu would love to bring Jonathan David to Arsenal, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin might be a more realistic target. Arsenal have also been in talks with Yuri Tielemans for around a year. Tino Livramento is also on Arteta's wish list. Tino Livramento, that's crazy. That's actually a very good player that they're looking at. He also says that I think we will see a similar approach to last summer, where Arsenal were the biggest spenders of any Premier League club. Arteta is still likely to bring in 4 or 5 names. Arsenal need a striker, a creative midfielder and a fullback are also priorities. Yes, it is a priority. But let's talk about Cody Gakpo. So Cody Gakpo is one player Arsenal have held talks over a move for which European competition they qualify for, and Arteta's own thoughts on his attack for next season are among factors which will determine if Arsenal firm up their interest in Gakpo. Expected to cost 30 to 40 million pounds. That is according to the Mail. But let's talk about another source, this time a very concrete source coming from Netherlands right away. Rick Elfrink says that Liverpool, City and Dortmund are all interested in contracting Gakpo, but Arsenal scored the highest interest than the rest and is leading the race at the moment. PSV Eindhoven hopes to keep him for another season. Arsenal will have to pay money for him. Oh, I thought he was available for free. What the hell, man? Anyways, so Adrian J. Kajumba has an update about Eddie Nketiah. He says Arsenal have not yet given up all hope of persuading Eddie Nketiah to stay. Arsenal accept they may not be able to compete with Nketiah's desire to play more regularly than he has, but a final decision has yet to be made, leaving them still hopeful. Arsenal are hopeful, but after that Chelsea performance, do you want Eddie Nketiah to stay? Think over it and then answer in the comments. Moving on, so Johan Giroud just visited London Colney. He posted this on his Instagram and he said that beautiful day at the office and what a feeling to be back. It is always a great feeling to be back, isn't it? So let's talk about Another update, this coming from from George Nicola. He says Gabriel Jesus is in very advanced talks with Arsenal. Edu Gaspar approached the player's agent Paulo Pitombiera, and while everything has been agreed between Arsenal and Jesus, now all that's needed is an agreement with Manchester City. If Arsenal get Gabriel Jesus, I think he's going to be a fantastic player for Arsenal, but he's going to be a great finisher. He's also been a wasteful striker. But hey, we hire Lacazette. We can't complain much about the wastefulness. But still, let's see if Arteta has worked with him before. Would be fantastic. So Gabriel Jesus to Arsenal. Do you think it's a fantastic deal? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think about it? So Mikel Arteta on Mohamed El-Neni says he's a phenomenal person as a footballer. He sometimes does not get the credit he deserves. Talking about almost becoming Arsenal's manager right after Arsene Wenger, Mikel said it was close. Things happen for a reason. People made decisions and the club made a different decision. Well, talking about Takehiro Tomiyasu, Arteta says if he trains today and feels good, he will be available tomorrow. Wow, that is something really crazy, man. I wanted to hear that from a very long time. But hey, let's see. Moving on, Hector Bellerin is happy to sign for Real Betis, but there is no option to buy on his current loan deal. They will start negotiations with Arsenal over the summer. That's according to Ben Jacobs as well. So Bellerin might leave for a permanent deal. Yes, he might leave. Moving on, Gazzetta dello Sport say that Arsenal are in the lead among the Premier League clubs who are in the race to sign Inter Milan striker Lautaro Martinez this summer. The battle is on. Let's see. So Lucas Torreira has suffered a first-degree muscle injury on loan at Fiorentina and will now be assessed to determine the extent of the problem. So it's not going to be that easy, but hey, Torreira, that might affect his move to Fiorentina. Might. I'm not gonna say it will, but yeah, it definitely might. Moving on, so Alvaro Morata is fine coming to Arsenal apparently. Well, let's see. So Alvaro Morata spoke to Men's Health España via Football Italia. He has claimed that his family will be supportive of wherever he goes. He says, luckily my wife and my sons are prepared to think about my happiness. The only thing they want is to see me happy. Alice supports me in every decision I'll make. I have good options, and as long as I am with them, I could go everywhere, even to the moon. That's cool. It's really cool. That's the kind of support you'd want forever, since he's a footballer. But moving on, let's talk about Orkun Kokcu. Now it looks like Feyenoord could sell Orkun Kokcu for £12 million. Yes, £12 million this summer, with Premier League giants Arsenal, long-time admirers of the Juventus target, as reported by Tutto Juve. So, of course, Juventus has been linked with him for a very long time as well. So, let's see how that will turn out. But yes, apparently Orkun Kokcu, £12 million. Very interesting player. Talking about Lacazette, Arteta said he trained yesterday and hopefully he will be feeling good today. Well, after the virus, we have players that have struggled for weeks, others that have recovered quickly. Hopefully he can recover quickly. That's the hope, that he recovers quickly. But will he? That's the bigger question. So before that happens, here's an official reasons why Gabriel Magalhaes will not be targeted by Barcelona. So this is an update that comes in. So we all came to know that Barcelona were interested in him, but there are several reasons why they don't want, Gabriel anywhere near Barcelona. So one of the reasons is sporting reasons. Now, according to this article, despite fitting into the initial bracket of what Xavi wants from his centre-backs, it seems like Barcelona have since declared him to be unfit for the club due to his profile. While the report does not dwell further into the specific reasons, Gabriel has proven to be quite error-prone. The 24-year-old has, statistically speaking, made an error leading to a goal, while making 3 more that have led to shots. There have been several more instances as well, but not quantifiable. True. Second is the economic reasons. Now, Gabriel is just 24. So he will not be sold at a discounted price. He has a contract until 2025, and Barcelona will have to shell out a minimum of 40 million euros for his services, and even that amount might end up not enough, at least until Arsenal sign a defender this summer, according to this report. So economic and sporting reasons why Barcelona will not sign Gabriel Magalhaes, even though Arsenal have they like Gabriel as a player, as their own player, but yes, there are certain things that Gabriel does not bring well to the table, and things don't look good at times. Moving on, so Christopher Nkunku will stay at RB Leipzig. That's according to Olivier Minslav, their CEO. He says, I've said it many times and I like to say it again here. Nkunku will be our player again next season. He was one of our best players in the first half of the season, even if it did not go so well as we know. Under Jesse, of course, under Domenico Tedesco, he sparked the next stage of development and will continue to do that in the coming season. So, Nkunku is not for sale, at least for one more season. With this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing. I will see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.